My name is Brooke Diamron. The piece of art that my group and I decided on is titled Outskirts of Paris by Henri Rousseau. The painting is dating between the years 1897 to 1905. In a frame, the painting is 56.5 by 65.5 by 8 centimeters. The medium used to create this piece is oil on fabric. The painting pictures a quaint town outside of Paris with a canal and orange and white buildings surrounding it. For the main purpose of this project, I'll be discussing the specific style this art piece falls under, which is realism. Realism in art, as stated by Britannica, is the accurate, detailed, unembellished depiction of nature or of contemporary life. In this piece, Rousseau depicts a picturesque town outside of Paris. The clouds in the sky mimic the form and movements that actual clouds would in real life. The tops of them are brightly highlighted, while the bottoms are shadowed with a light gray. The trees are variegated in color, hinting at the fact that the sun is shining on top of them, bringing out its array of colors. There are also tiny details in the back of the painting, such as little people walking around, a flag, small grasses and bushes, and visible chimneys atop of houses. Color and highlighting is what further pushes the realism style in this painting. The bright colors of orange and the orange and white houses contrast with the shadowy gray pavement in the left of the painting. The addition of shadows in dark areas creates imperfection in the art, making it look more realistic. This piece is incredibly detailed and depicts nature in a small town outside of Paris, making it actually fall under the realism style of art. And for my own personal view, this piece kind of relates to my own life because I myself want to go to Paris. I feel like any normal person would, but not particularly like the main city of Paris, but I want to see like the greenery, the nature, and all that of Paris. So basically what Henri Rousseau painted in this painting.
My name is Anthony Costanza and I'm a freshman here at FAU. I'm a business major with a pre-law focus and plan on attending law school after my time here at FAU. For this piece of art, I will be examining the use of space and its implementation in this art piece. The piece contains a backdrop of the outskirts of Paris shown in three-dimensional form. The space in this piece creates depth for the viewer to see the details as the buildings in the front of the picture turn to trees and other vegetation in the backdrop. Additionally, the clouds and sky created the scene of a sunny day, giving more space to this artwork. This piece holds a lot of negative space because the sky and the trees in the background are secondary objects to the buildings in the front. As seen in this work, space and its creation of a feeling of death is important. The feeling of death is crucial because people always want there to be more to what they see. As someone who plans to become a lawyer, I hope that my clients would feel the same. This ties into depth as being the backbone to the art piece, just like all good words have backbone in their actions.
Hi, my name is Gabrielle Kramer, and I'm going to be introducing the element of color of this painting of Outskirts of Paris. Color is a basic element of art that involves light. It is produced when light waves, or the wavelength, strike an object and are reflected into our eyes. Each light wave has a distinct color. Objects appear to be different colors because some wavelengths are absorbed while others are reflected or transmitted. Color consists of three properties. The hue, which consists of the color that makes up the painting. So from this painting, you can see that there were colors that have been mixed and some that are not. The hue of the painting consists of blue, green, white, orange, gray, and the other mixed colors. Then you have the property of intensity or saturation, and this is the purity or dullness of a color. A color's purity is determined by whether it has been mixed with another hue, and if so, to what extent. The painting was very dull, made up with dull colors too. It has been mixed with other colors, and another factor that plays into the dullness of this painting is that it was done with oil. And oil paintings, when they're dry, can come off as very dull. The vibrant colors you see in the painting are straight from the tube, not being mixed, nothing. And the colors that have been combined with these various hues are thought to be less intense. So to reduce the intensity of the color, you can either mix it with another color or with its complement color. And then the third property is value. The value of the painting can be determined by the lightness and the darkness of a color, The background of this painting, the sky leans more to the lighter side, while the rest of the painting has more darker values to it. Adding white or black to a hue changes its value, and then a tint is created when white is added, and a shade is created when black is added. Using these colors effectively in creating art involves understanding the three basic areas, which is the color wheel, the color value, and the color schemes. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Taylor Dabney, and the art piece that we chose for our project was Outskirts of Paris, made by Henry Rousseau. The painting is an oil painting on fabric. Because the painting is on a piece of fabric, it shows more details, and you can see the texture of the fabric. The fabric is rough, and it is not a fully flat surface, so it adds more of a realistic look to the artwork on it. He painted the clouds using different shades of whites and grays to create a three-dimensional look and make them look more realistic and give them the depth of making it look like the clouds are moving. The texture of the trees looks three-dimensional, making the whole painting have even more depth and create a visual feel of the piece. I relate to this piece because it reminds me of where my grandma used to live in Cleveland, Ohio. She lived on a lake that looks similar to it, and it reminds me of how peaceful it was to grow up there, and it brings back a lot of memories of my cousins and I spending a lot of hours there.
Hello, my name is Gianni Curry, and I'm currently a freshman at FAU studying international business. In the painting Outskirts of Paris by Henry Rousseau, I chose to talk about the formal element of value, and you can see that there's value in the trees, the water, and even in the sky. In the water, the tone changes from a light to a dark color, demonstrating the depths of the water, or it changes from shallow to deep. There are also various clouds that show white clouds towards the back of the painting and also more dense gray clouds towards the front. Also in the trees, there's a large darker green tree towards the middle of the painting, and then in the background there are lighter green trees. I find that the painting relates to my life because it looks like my family's hometown in Italy, and it just makes me revisit traveling to Italy in the past.